Hey guys, how's it going? I'm hoping my camera isn't fogging up right now because I really don't know. It is really cold. Today I am building a finished drying rack. I got this idea from seeing Jenny at Willow's Woodworking setup a while back. You can check out her Instagram page in the description below. I also built this before DIY Tyler built his similar collapsible version, and I'm kind of kicking myself now for not thinking of that and including that feature in mine. I'll also throw a link to his video in the description as well. The original thought behind this finished drying rack was to make it small and easily movable. When it is warm enough to finish in my shop, it's too small to be able to work on anything else, especially anything producing dust. So when I get into finishing mode, I'm not using my table saw anyway, so I can easily put the drying rack on there and finish what I need on my workbench. And then when I don't need it, it goes down on the floor and out of the way. Maybe I should lower it so that it's the same height as my workbench and table saw, and then I could use it as a surface if I need. To start this project, I raid my scrap bins and pull out a bunch of 3/4 inch plywood scraps, and at the table saw, I rip them down to the same width as one of the other scraps. Then over at the miter saw, I set up a stop and cut the plywood to length. With that done, I head back to the scrap bin and grab some 2x4 scraps, and then return to the miter saw to cut them to final length as well. Now that these are cut to length, I assemble a box using butt joints and screws. Since I'm designing this on the fly, I head back to the scrap bin again and grab 2 more scrap pieces of 2x4 that are the same length, and head back to the workbench to attach them to the box. With these now connected, I'm not too happy with how flexible the top still is, so after a quick measurement of the distance at the base of the legs and a trim of yet another scrap of 2x4, the top is then locked in. Now that the frame is constructed, it's time for the plywood arms. Starting at the top, I attach the first set of arms with a couple screws. At this point, I'm pretty sure the arms won't flex, as at this time I don't see myself putting too big of sheets on it. However, to make sure that the arms don't flex or swing, I take a couple of the extra arms back to the miter saw and cut them to 3.5 inches long, the same thickness as the 2x4. Then I carry on installing the arms and the spacers, alternating them as I run down the length of the legs. The last step in this process is to sand down the edges to make sure that I get all of the loose chips or fuzzies off, to make sure that nothing will fall off the rack and into any freshly finished surfaces. And with that, I'm calling this project done. Up until now, I've finished most of my projects fully assembled, which work just fine. However, the project that I am throwing in the rack right now to test it out will be a bit too tight to properly finish. I also don't have a ton of surface area to work with in any of my finishing spaces, so prior to this, finishing 13 panels and laying them all flat really wasn't an option. I'm looking forward to seeing how well this works out. I'll keep you guys posted. Or I guess you'll see it in future videos. So, thank you guys for watching, and if you like what I'm doing here, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more. If you have any questions or comments, I look forward to reading them in the comment section below. And if you want to see more current projects, you can follow me on Instagram at Schreiner. Otherwise, I'll see you here next week. Hope to see you in the next video, and have a good one.